Looking at the second part now, the chorus for Heaven and Hell. We're breaking away from the power chords this time, and we're looking at some riffs that Tony Iommi uses for the song. Very cool riffs. I want to play it through just once through so you can hear it. Nice cool riff over there to play through. Let me guide you what's happening. Now, your PDF, I'm sure, is still open from the previous video. Zoom out there so you can see left and right hands working. And you're starting with an open E power chord here. Just on octaves quickly, when you play that first riff, the opening chord here was also an E because we learned it for the power chords. And this is also E, but it's called an open E because the name of this string, the top string, is the E string. So you're playing an E5 power chord, and it sort of comes from the E chord, but because you're not playing the third string, it makes no difference if you play that shape instead. So you're opening up with E5, very quick double note. Notice my picking hand as well. It's going to get the picking hand more involved there, get more light into everything. And we're going to go in slow motion. There's my open. And you're going to go 9, 10, 7. Now you can pick it, or you can do a hammer-on. I don't really mind. It's difficulty here on the original if it's a hammer-on or a pick note. So you've got a choice there. Or, so whatever one you favor, that's the one you go for. And then after that, that last little bit, to get that over here, all that's happening is playing two open strings. It's capitalizing a lot on the open E. And don't forget your palm lamps. Okay. And you're taking any finger. I use the third finger. It's just the easiest one for me to get to there because it works for me. But I don't really mind if you use a different finger. And you put it at fret number 12. That's your double dot on top. You can see the little double dot sitting over there. That's exactly halfway up your guitar neck. So that's E. That's E, just for by the way. And you're going to fret 12, and you'll see 3 12s, and you slide it down, so and you got a very, very cool effect happening there. So put it together. And you got this, with speed. And the second riff starts off similar, but this time the 7 changes. Here's the first bar's riff, and the second bar's riff. Hear the difference there? And you can see the difference. Basically the first one goes 9, 10, 7, all on the same string, and the second one goes 9, 10, 7 on the fourth string. So it's little things like this that we can learn to sort of expand our playing a bit, to give up different ideas to how to take a riff, repeat the riff with subtle changes, because that's what makes a good song. By getting a central theme, and his theme was that, for example, then he put a variation. It sounds cool. And then the last part, open 10, 9, 7, and you played it through twice. So slow motion, we're going to have something like this now. I often make silly mistakes on slow motion, so bear with me if this doesn't go down well. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, and okay, it's always difficult to play very, very slow. And that's your riff. It's a really cool riff to play it through twice. And then you go to the next verse. Now, this is a short video. And just before we finish off as well, when the guys write riffs, they normally always source scales. So this little riff here, and we're playing out of E, right? Because you're opening chords E. And you go to the chorus, and you're doing the E there as well. Now, if you go to this E and you play your natural minor, here's your natural minor scale starting on E, fret 7, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, and if you did go further to finish off the octave, so there's my scale. And then you can hear it. All he did over there was capitalize and creatively use the E natural minor scale, which is quite cool because I want to also know that not everything is always pentatonic. The natural minor is what they refer to as diatonic, which is a 7-note scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's your octave. Okay, don't want to get too much into theory, but I like mentioning a bit of it so that we eventually get to understand our music. I don't just want to learn, here's a cool riff and this is fun to be played. I want us to know where does it come from so we can understand the working of the music. Hope you had fun with this one, and we'll see you for the last video where the fun really kicks in. I've got a backtrack there, you're going to look at harmonies. And goodbye for now, see you video number 3.